everyone, we are the Cat Twins. I'm Lavinia the cat, and I'm Catrina the cat. And today, we will be reading you all Major Bedhead's Diarrhea, The Big Comfy Couch, Funnypasta, written by the Shadow Lioness. Shadow Lioness, we want to thank you very, very much for giving us permission to read your story. Now, this is actually a funnypasta based on our favorite TV show called The Big Comfy Couch. Oh my goodness, I really love that show. Even Lunette and Major Bedhead. Major Bedhead, of course, is definitely my favorite character. My favorite character is Lunette. I bet. So, are you ready to read this story, little sis? You bet I am, big sis. Well, without further ado, everyone, let's get reading. You want to go first, Lavinia? Well, since I'm the oldest, I might as well go ahead. It was a normal day on the big comfy couch. A clown named Lunette was digging for something inside the couch. She looked up to see the viewers. Molly, her doll, then waved at the viewers to greet them. "Oh, hi there," Lunette greeted the viewers. "I'm so glad you're here today. I'm looking for a book. A cookbook is what I need. A cookbook. The reason why I need it is because I have something to show you all." Lunette pulled out a pair of boxers from the couch. Oh my goodness. A pair of boxers. Oh my goodness. Catrina, you want to go next? Sure thing. I can tell that we're going to be in for a long ride of laughter. Nope, that is not what I want. Lunette tossed the boxers onto the floor. The next thing she pulled out was a cookbook. This is what I was looking for. Today, we'll be learning about different foods from all over the world. Molly had a thought bubble saying about pizza. Lunette looked at the cookbook to find a page she was looking for. Pizza is from Italy, and that is where spaghetti is from as well, Lunette replied. She goes on talking to Molly about different countries with different foods from all around the world. At this point, Lunette went to go do her clock rug stretch so her back wouldn't be stiff. When Lunette got back to the couch, Molly had a thought bubble about what a poutine is. "You want to know what a poutine is, Molly?" Lunette asked as Molly nodded her head. "A poutine, Molly, is fries with gravy and cheese. It is from Canada," Lunette replied. As Lunette was going through more pages of the book she was reading, Molly had a thought bubble of going to Granny Garbanzo's garden. "You want to go to Granny Garbanzo's garden?" Lunette asked Molly. Then that gave her an idea. "Oh, what a great idea, Molly! Maybe we can ask Granny to make us poutine." With that being said, Lunette grabbed Molly as they walked out of the house into Granny's garden. When they got to the garden, Granny Garbanzo was cooking in her cart when she saw Lunette and Molly showing up. "Hello, Lunetka," Granny said as Lunette with Molly walked up to the cart. "How wonderful to see you and Molly." Nice Granny Garbanzo impression, Catrina. Thanks. Thanks, Lavinia. "Hello, Granny. Molly and I are wondering, what are you cooking in the cart? It smells really good. I hope it's poutine," Lunette replied. With that said, Granny was pouring gravy into a plate of fries with cheese on top. "In fact, Lunette, it is poutine, and it's homemade," Granny said. Then out of the blue, Major Bedhead's horn was heard, and Lunette turned around to see the clown mailman. Well, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah, it's close. "Hey, Lunette. Hey, Molly. Hey, Granny," Major Bedhead said. He peeked into Granny's cart to see Granny making homemade poutine. Hello, Major Bedhead. I'm making homemade poutine, Granny explained. It has my homemade fries and gravy with cheese curds. I'll bring them out in a minute. With that being said, Snicklefritz had a sneaky plan. When Granny wasn't looking, Snicklefritz snuck some Miralax onto one of the poutines that Granny had made. He laughed like Ernie did in Sesame Street before disappearing from the cart. Granny brought out the poutines to her friends. Here's one for you, Lunetka and Molly. And here's one covered in white powder for you, Bedhead. Granny then stopped when she noticed white powder on Major Bedhead's poutine, but she shrugged her shoulders and didn't care about it at all. Hey, Lavinia, you did really good on a Granny Garbanzo impression, too. Thanks, Catrina. So did you. Aww. Anyway, everyone started to eat their poutine. However, Major Bedhead's poutine tasted very different with a powdery taste. Is the poutine good, Lunetka? Granny asked. It sure is good, Granny. Molly and I are enjoying it, Lunette replied. Then she noticed that Major Bedhead finished his poutine already. Oi! That was fast, Major, Granny said. Major Bedhead enjoyed Granny Garbanzo's homemade poutine that he ate so fast. Yep, and it was good, Granny. And that reminds me, Major Bedhead pulled out a postcard from Annie Macassar. Postcard for Lunette the Clown. Major Bedhead handed a postcard to Lunette. Thank you, Major Bedhead. It's from my Auntie Macassar, Lunette said as she began to read the postcard. Dear Lunette, I was in Quebec City in Canada last week. I had lots of fun there with a lot of the winter fairs. There was so much to look at. The food was good there too. Well, for the most part. When I saw stores selling poutine, I knew I had to try one. So I bought myself a small poutine, and it was so good. There were fries and gravy and cheese curds. I highly recommend that you try one. However, after I had a poutine, I ended up having diarrhea in the toilet afterwards. Oh my goodness. So I hope you don't get diarrhea if you try one. Love, Auntie Macassar. Oh, I love Auntie Macassar. Me too. She's so awesome. I agree. After Lunette finished reading the letter, she was confused. Diarrhea? How would you get diarrhea from poutine? Lunette asked. Sometimes certain foods can upset your tummy, Granny explained. It happens to everyone sometimes. With that being said, Major Bedhead was groaning in pain. Major Bedhead, what's the matter? Lunette asked. Oh, my stomach hurts, Lunette. I think it's from the poutine. Major Bedhead groaned as he let out a loud fart. Lunette and Granny were covering their faces with their mouths. Oi, it stinks, Granny gagged. Molly's thought bubble pops in with a picture of Major Bedhead with explosive diarrhea. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Molly, explosive diarrhea is gross, and I don't know if Major Bedhead has that, Lunette replied to Molly. But then Major Bedhead let out another loud fart. And this is where we will stop for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of Lavinia the Cat and Catrina the Cat reads Major Bedhead's Diarrhea.